The Cycle of Life and Death. Artists John Dehane, Robert Mapplethorpe, Nicholas Poussin, Kobayashi, Etaku. Key terms: medium, culture, time period, and theme. All life go through birth, life, and death. Death is a normal part of life. It is a normal cycle of nature and all living things. In medical science, the balance of life and death is called homeostasis, which means the balance between opposing pressures. Considering all aspects of your life and caring for yourself is having a balanced life. Death is all around us from sky, land, and sea. Death is inevitable, permanent, and irreversible. Discussing death and learning about death should not be taboo. Expressing death in art form is a way of showing feelings, emotions, ideas, and achieving a release of tension. It is good to talk about death. Why not express it in art? It may be a grim reminder that everyone's days are numbered and can also be a powerful motivator to live well and be kind to others while you can. Death in art is created for the living of life's importance on earth. John Dehane, Dutch painter. Heem is a major representative of both Dutch and Flemish Baroque paintings. Heem painted tonal still lifes with Vanita subjects. Dehane is known for his meticulous oil paintings, composed and finely detailed still life paintings, and master at imitating the surface textures of various fruits, flowers, and objects. Still life painting depicts skulls, candles, hourglasses as allegories of mortality. Nicholas Poussin, French painter, born June 15, 1594. Nicholas Poussin's style and movements were the Baroque, Naturalism, and Neoclassicism. Paris is where he was first introduced to Italian Renaissance art, the style determined in his own artistic destiny. Poussin used oil medium on canvas. The Shepherds of Arcadia is one of Nicholas Poussin's most famous pieces. Arcadia comes from an unrealistic location in a beautiful country paradise. However, Poussin contrasts with the blissful presence of a tomb. The crouching figure traces "et in Arcadia," meaning "in Arcadia I am there," suggesting that death knows or has no boundaries, even in the most heavenly settings. Robert Mapplethorpe, born November 1946, one of the most groundbreaking photographers of the 20th century. Mapplethorpe's movements and styles were modern photography, straight photography, and conceptual art. Robert found taking Polaroid photographs satisfying and included them in his mixed work. Calla lily is an active scene portrait because you start to analyze the lily in your mind, can't help to wonder if the flower is wilted upside down. The light shading on the lily creates almost an angelic feel, but can't help to notice the black shade in the background given the intention of a dying flower. Calla lily was shot in 1986, the year Mapplethorpe was diagnosed with AIDS. Mapplethorpe, one of the most controversial artists in the 80s, due to his photographs of naked African American men, ritualized scenes of sexual domination and bondage. Kobayashi Etaku, 19th century Japanese painter and illustrator. In The Hand Scroll, a courtesan is meant to represent lustful desire that images are designed to prevent. Ink and color on silk was medium used on body of courtesan. The painting is also considered an active scene art. Taking time to observe all the stages of decomposition helps bring a realistic glance to death. Painting shows you its meaning. Such fascination with death and stages of death of our own mortality has never been more consuming than it was in the 14th century. The cycle of life is the process of living. In Hinduism, all life goes through birth, life, death, and rebirth. According to this belief, all living things have Atman, and Atman moves on into a new body after death.